So Nate, we are outside Funspot in New Hampshire.
Yes, we are.
Are you excited?
Oh, I am.
Yep, so we're going to head into the arcade and talk about it on our podcast because we are
Popcorn and Powerups.
That's right, Nate. We went to Funspot in New Hampshire, an old school arcade, for a trip a few weeks ago, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
And it was a blast.
It was the funnest thing I did in the summer.
Nice. So we want to take our listeners on an audio tour of the arcade so that you can trigger that nostalgia with us. Feel like you're in the 80s and 90s again. So yep, we are going to start off with a tour.
You might hear some sound from the games, maybe a guest voice.
And after that, we're going to come back and we're going to rate our experience on our scale because we just have to score everything on this podcast, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
So everybody, strap in the nostalgia seatbelt on the nostalgia bus. Right?
Buses don't have seatbelts.
It's the nostalgia bus. And come with us on a trip to an actual arcade. Right after this. Alright, so I'm going to do a little tour of Funspot for everybody, just in case you haven't been there. Alright, you go in the main entrance, although there's a bunch of entrances, and you are faced with token machines, right, which you may have heard some of those sounds on the recording so far. $20 gets you 110 tokens. They use real tokens here, not like one of those point cards. And then you can go in and enjoy the arcade. Right, so as you walk to the right of the main entrance, you have a little bowling alley with real bowling and candlepin bowling. There's a pinball area, what's it called? Pinball outpost, which has all pinball machines around. Gifts and souvenir shop. Then I'm going to go upstairs. Then when you get upstairs, we got a series of games here. There's kind of a cafeteria, like eating area, with a mini golf course and some scattered arcade games around. We got your Space Invaders, like the new one, Ghostbusters. We got Nate and Layton playing Mortal Kombat, the original Mortal Kombat.
Very first one.
The very first Mortal Kombat.
Layton, try and say something.
Who's winning?
I mean, I'm Sub-Zero right now.
Him by a lot.
Well, you know. Sub-Zero versus Scorpion up in here.
I haven't played Mortal Kombat. I'm just spamming.
Dude, you just did that good overview.
So then you got your Mortal Kombat 2 and Mortal Kombat Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Good stuff here. And we'll kind of walk through and head to the arcade section on the top floor, like the museum technically. So there's a little section here before you get into the American Classic Arcade Museum that has sort of old school arcade, like I'm seeing like a ColecoVision display. Very cool. Maybe I'll take a picture or two for the YouTube listeners. You got old games, Star Wars the arcade game, Gorf in this little display. And then you can head into the American Classic Arcade Museum, which is basically like an old school, like 80s style arcade. Right, so now I'm surrounded by classic arcade machines. Let's see what we can spot here that'll be worth looking at. You got off-road, which is like the three steering wheels. You drive like an off-road vehicle in a little race. Walking along. Gauntlet 2 right here, and these are all token operated. You can hear my tokens jiggling, right? So I got to put these tokens up in here. Pac-Man, classic Pac-Man right here. Pac-Man Plus, Pac-Man Junior, so they're kind of organized a little bit. Here's Super Smash TV, but it's off right now, not working, out of order. Great game, that's too bad. Twin stick shooter, Smash TV. Let's see. We got Heavy Barrel, I never played. Romstar. Konami Kicker. It looks like some kind of like side-scrolling beat 'em up. There's Punch Out, classic Punch Out. Mario Bros, not Super Mario Bros that you may be used to from Nintendo, the original Mario Bros arcade cabinet. Gallagher 88. Right, this place is Donkey Kong. This place is just stacked. Absolutely, I'm just trying not to sound like a maniac, so I'm whispering a little bit R-Type. This place is just stacked with classic arcade cabinets, like the real arcade experience that you really can't get. You know, Dave & Buster's isn't going to be like this. Here's Asteroids, like the original Asteroids. You know, so that you come here, and every one of these cabinets is one token, and I just dropped $20 for 110 tokens. So if I stayed in the arcade museum, arcade cabinet area, I could probably play for like the entire trip that we're taking, the whole weekend or whatever. But what a great time this area of the arcade is. Just awesome, right? Takes you right back to your youth if you're a millennial, older millennial like me. Okay, then you go downstairs from the arcade museum, which is technically the same level that I started out on, the main entrance. And you can end up in sort of a more like getting tickets kind of area. You got your ticket slot machines that look just like they're out of a casino, right? You put a coin in the thing to push them off the ledge and get more tickets kind of thing. There's a fun one that my wife likes, Sammy likes, that's you put the coin in the ramp and it has to land on the spinning disc in just the right spot to get a jackpot. And it's cool because it's not, again, just like your when you go to like Dave & Buster's or whatever, like you're just getting a card and the machine says, oh, you won, 20 tickets or whatever. When you win 20 tickets here, the game prints out 20 tickets or spits out 20 tickets for you. So you have a mound of, paper tickets in your hand that you got to go cash in for prizes, right? Awesome stuff. And then we can head down to another level below this one. Nice. Then when you get down on the ground level of the arcade, it's kind of the third level down or whatever, if you want to say. There's 3 levels, bottom level, right? You have some skee ball or air hockey. It's not skee ball's over there. You have some air hockey. You may be able to hear it in the recording. Some people play in air hockey right now. You got group racing games like Daytona, right? So you can get 8 people all racing Daytona on like a link cabinet. More ticket slots, that kind of thing. Your classic like skee ball. Okay. I'll walk by, try not to bother people. Maybe you can hear the skee ball being played. Yeah, which is just a blast. And if anybody plays me in skee ball, I'm just terrible. Like, if you want to win the skee ball, play against me, right? And then you end up, as you walk through, straight through the back, you see Prize Land, where you could turn in all those tickets. Now, the only thing they don't do, I had to hop over. Someone had a string of tickets on the ground, so I just hopped over it. That's awesome. He's trying to connect it from the arcade machine to the ticket redeemer. So the only thing that's different about the tickets is they don't take the tickets at the counter. You do have to feed them into a ticket-eating machine, which is kind of satisfying if you get it right. The game to play with that is to have as long a string of tickets as possible and get it all to eat the tickets in one gulp, basically. But then you can go to the prize center and turn in your tickets for prizes, whatever you want to get, classic arcade prizes, crappy appliances or whatever, board games, candy, and then you have a cool cafeteria that's got all kinds of different food in it. That's your basic tour of the Funspot, but hearing me describe it really doesn't do it justice, right? You feel like you're in an old arcade. So that concludes the tour of Funspot. Now we're just going to kind of splice in some gameplay. I want to give you a taste of the old-timey games that they have there, make you, bring back that reminder of the arcade experience from the 80s and 90s. You'll hear myself playing, you'll hear Nate, and you'll hear our guest voice, Leighton, who joined us for the trip. That's Nate's friend. So strap in and let's head into some classic arcade gameplay. Alright, so I'm going to get some tokens here. This is the only high-tech thing. How much is it?
It automatically 20.
Oh, nice. Nate, load us up. Okay, so I put my token in. Let's start the game. Asteroids. Oh yeah, the original. These are vector graphics here, right? Oh god, immediately got blown up. Where's the thrust button? Just taking it to the arcade.
So I was just battling Layton in air hockey, and I defeated him. Now we gotta do a tiebreaker.
And plus I made a comeback too. I won the last one. Now I have to do a tiebreaker round.
Yeah,
so
this is gonna be hard.
this is gonna be a bit hard.
I'll tell you who wins soon. So I have failed at the tiebreaker round. I got too cocky.
Alright, so let's play some classic Donkey Kong. Coin in. Let's do it. I'm terrible at this game too. Actually, I'm bad at all arcade games. Hopefully the sound's coming out good. We'll find out when I go to record this. There goes Donkey Kong climbing up, right? So I just gotta make it to the top. Here come the barrels. Okay, I got the hammer. Oh yeah, killing it. So good at this. Here goes my hammer. Whoa, I just hurdled that barrel.
Me and Layton will now be doing a race on Daytona International Speedway. I'll tell you who wins. I lost to Layton!
In the last second.
In the very last second, I lost.
It's a racing game.
I was right there.
So I hit the jackpot twice on this triple play jackpot thing, and it's printing out like 500 plus tickets. So maybe you can hear it printing. Let's get that ticket printing noise. Nice.
Here I am, playing Dig Dug, the retro 90s game where you are digging underground and you have to.
I know something in the 90s.
Ah!
I know something.
80s or 90s, okay, Layton? So it's the 80s or 90s game where you have to dig underground and find these little bad guys and like pump them up with like a tire pump. It's awesome. I'd recommend coming here.
Alright, let's try this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pinball. How many tokens is this? What does it say? 4 tokens. Alright. I think there's one in already. Nice. Alright, so I got enough. Let's see what happens. Play a little pinball.
Pick a turtle. You have to stop the shredder.
Alright.
Leonardo.
Who should I be? Alright, let me see. I guess I should be Michelangelo because I'm Mike. Okay, it's going already. There goes the ball. It's like a modern pinball machine.
I'm about to try the really, really old, just like my dad, game Cubert. So let's try it. How many coins do I need? Level 1!
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Cubert, no!
Alright, so I'm going to try Star Wars Trilogy Arcade, which is a 1998 arcade game. 4 tokens per play, so you're listening to me put in tokens. I'm going to do the going after Vader right now in this TIE Fighter. He evaded, proceed to track. Alright, must have failed miserably. Trent.
Switch all power to front deflector screen. The guns.
That trend.
I don't know what I have to do.
Sorry, I can't stay with you. Almost there.
Here we go. Oh God.
Hot solo.
Never know, losers.
Negative. It didn't go in.
Got it.
You imploded
you did
the
not.
judgment.
Oh, I hit it.
You did go
That's
in.
it. There goes the death
That song is so big dude.
I just got so many tickets in Harpoon Lagoon, you would not believe. Hey, Dad, here you are.
65.
I just got so many tickets in Harpoon Lagoon. What's your reaction?
Impressive.
Like
Most
I got
impressive.
at least 500. So, I just ran out of tokens. So I'm gonna need to find one of my parents and get me some new ones.
Okay, so you just listened to a bunch of clips of me and Nate and Leighton playing a bunch of different games at Funspot. And now we're back here in the future doing our editing, and we wanted to kind of just wrap it all up.
Yeah.
Nate, what do you want to share with the listeners about your time at Funspot?
Well, I had a lot of fun. I actually caught a jellyfish a lot in Harpoon Lagoon. I think he might have put something in about it. So yeah.
Yep, that was one of the recordings I used.
All right.
So they got to hear you get a bunch of tickets at Harpoon Lagoon. Would you say that was your favorite part about Funspot? Just doing the Harpoon Lagoon game? What about your Dig Dug?
All right. So I'm gonna tell you what happened between me and Dig Dug real quick.
Oh yeah. What
So
happened?
I was just playing it. I died, so I went to insert another token. I put it in, and it didn't restart the game. So then I pushed the release button to get the coin back. The release button just stayed stuck in the machine. I broke the cabinet. That's twice that I've broken the Dig Dug machine there.
Yeah, you got some bad luck with that. Like a classic
Yeah.
I broke the machine arcade
I
experience.
mean, well, actually, I didn't break the Dig Dug machine twice. I only broke it once this time, and I broke a different ticket game machine another time.
Yeah, it's bad luck bringing you there. What was your very favorite thing about Funspot?
Very favorite thing about Funspot?
Yeah.
I mean, probably all of the games. I loved it there. Every single game that I played. Oh, and Terminator Salvation.
Okay.
I love Terminator Salvation.
Nice. For me, I just love the energy of the place. Kind of, it makes you feel like you're young again. When you weren't alive for this, obviously, but when I was a kid, we had an arcade a lot like Funspot right by our house. It was Milford Racker Smiles, it was called, and it was a great time there too. And they actually had that Star Wars arcade game that I showed some recording of there. So when I'm sitting there playing that, it's kind of like I'm back at my old arcade again when I was a kid. So what a blast that is.
Yeah, I've heard of Smiles.
Yep.
I think I would really like it there.
You
Sad
would-
it got close.
You would have had a blast. You would have had a blast there for sure. So why don't we do our usual thing and we'll score our time at Funspot. And keep in mind, if you give it a low score, we'll just stop going there for vacation, so you never get to go again.
Stop going. Well.
So what's your
want to go
rating out
again,
of
so.
what's your rating out of 10 for Funspot in New Hampshire?
My rating out of 10 for Funspot in New Hampshire is 10 out of 10. It's one of my favorite places to go.
Nice. I'm going to say the same thing. I agree that it's also 10 out of 10.
Wow,
The
that's like
games-
your first 10 out of 10.
Hey, we drive all the way up there. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, like a 4-hour drive.
No, it's a blast. Listeners, when you
Seriously.
go there, one thing you don't get from us describing it is just the the look, and the feel of it. The smell of it in some cases, like the arcade food from the cafeteria. You can kind of smell it, and you can hear everything and the energy, people bouncing around, having a blast playing, and I just love it, especially if you need some nostalgia, listeners.
Yeah.
If you want to feel like you're an 80s or a 90s kid, that's a great place to go. Look them up.
Having incredibly stiff legs after the 4-hour car ride up, it was worth it. It was really worth it.
It was definitely worth it. So that concludes our special on-location episode of Popcorn and Powerups. Until next time, Nate.
We are...
I know I just said who we are. Popcorn and Powerups. See you next time. Popcorn and Powerups is a production of Popcorn and Powerups Media, a totally fake podcast network. All ads are complete nonsense unless otherwise stated.